Right, y'all, I'm about to try this portable sauna out. It's a steam sauna, and I've had it for a little minute and haven't used it. I haven't even paid attention to what was on the box. I just snatched it up at the time. Work recovery, stress reduction, congestion relief, better sleep, improved circulation, mood booster. And the thing about it is, some of these things I'm concerned about right now, and that's probably why I'm motivated to use it. I've opened the box and I'm about to show the other side in a minute. But the congestion, the circulation and the stress reductions are what I'm mainly concerned about right now. And I didn't even know it had a carrying case. I just wasn't paying attention at all. Okay, it says quick and easy assembly, remote control, steam generator, red light therapy, and the complete set includes the folding chair, thermometer, and carrying case, which I kind of remember it having a chair, and I probably saw the carrying case, but like I said, my mind hadn't been on it, and I wasn't paying attention. But I'm about to see what it's about. But I really am glad to know that it has a carrying case. But, you know, depending on how it works. I know it has the remote control. Where is that? But it's not on the box. Not right here anyway. Oh, yeah, when it says remote control steam generator. But I was looking at something that showed the actual remote. So that's probably, yeah, it's on the side. So anyway, I'm about to get to it because I'm playing around. All right. I'm showing you real quick that I done put the frame up of the sauna. And I took my time with it. I didn't rush with it. I normally don't look at directions. But on this one I did because it has a lot of pieces. And like I said, I took my time with putting it together. And so I went on and did everything except put the cover over it. And that's what I'm about to do here soon. So I just wanted to show that I actually put the frame together. So, all right. And another thing I'm going to put in here is I was taking my time because it was so many different pieces. But I will say one great thing on this set, they have everything marked. The small pieces, the actual metal pipes, or whatever you want to call it, poles, I'll just say poles, metal poles, they've got them marked. And I wish I could show you. At the time that I was looking at that and realizing it, I was thinking I should put this in the video, but I was so eager to try to get what you would consider the hard part over. But like I said, everything is marked. The parts that you put the actual poles in and the poles itself, which is a good thing because you won't get everything all mixed up, and it's easy to put them back together. And if you keep all of the little packages and plastic bags that everything came in, it won't be so hard to keep it organized. And that's one thing that I don't do on the regular somewhat, is you get everything all put to, taken apart, and everything is just there. And so that's the reason why I'm going to make sure that when I take everything apart, I'm going to put it back in the same containers. But like I said, they are marked, and I just wanted to put that in there. And it's going to make it easier because just like I said, it has a carrying case for it to be actually portable. See, I thought it was just portable on, oh, you can move it from one place to another, but it actually having a bag that you can take it wherever as long as you have an outlet to plug the compartment that you put the water in. So, all right, I'll be back. Okay, here is the cover that goes over the frame. And I'm looking at it before I just throw it on because I want to figure out how to try to fold it back up right. So that's what I'm doing right now. Normally, I wouldn't even be doing this kind of stuff. But like I said before, you know, for those that may be on the level that I'm on, instead of just taking stuff out of the box, putting it together, because like I said, I normally don't have to even look at directions. I can just put it together. I've done it on bikes. I've done it on the little motor things, that the little rides and all that kind of stuff, and I never had problems with that. But the thing on these type of products, when you're going to be taking them apart, putting them together, taking them apart, you know, unless you just got one place that you want to put it, but that's not the case for me. I'm trying to make sure that I understand how to put this stuff back together so I can put it in the box, whether I put it in the box or whether I put it in the carrying case, because it makes a difference. Because once you take these things out and you don't pay attention, that is my habit, not paying attention how it was coming from the manufacturer, and how they put it together for it to fit. It kind of discourages you to a certain degree on using it sometimes, because you're like, if you have it set up and you really want to take it down, but you really don't know how to put it back in the box and put it out the way. See, that is a very important thing. And I know somebody might say, oh, what is all of this explanation about? Well, it's understanding that what puts you in a stagnant or in a procrastinated mode, and you want to get away from that. And see, that's where things like what I'm working on, as far as having patience. See, it's taking me patience to go through these steps right now, to not just throw this together and going about my business, start using it. But I'm throwing this in because it helps people with life better, you know, organizing. So anyway, my point being is, like I said, this box right here, I didn't just take everything out the box all at one time. I took things out the box and tried to put them back in where they fit. And I also did this with a blender, and it does make a difference, because what I mean by it discouraging you, it's like when you have something, a box that's sitting over to the side that's empty, and you have all of the components that goes into the box somewhere else, it's taking up space. So the main important thing is to be able to put it back in the box and not have the box taking up space by itself. And like I said, the compartments that go in the box somewhere else, and that's taking up space in two different places. So when you're able to put it back in the container that it came in and put it out the way, put it in a closet, put it up under a bed, put it up under a table, wherever you have any kind of storage things at, it does make a difference in your space, and it does help your energy move better. And one thing about using the sauna is it's helping you with your energy and de-stressing you, and helping you with your muscle problems, everything that's on the box. So all of this is under the same umbrella, and that's why I'm throwing this in the video. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to count this as a, setup video. And as far as me actually using the sauna, I might just go ahead and shut this video down when I finish and make two separate videos, because it really does make a difference sometimes when you fully explain some things. I've gotten to that point in my life, and like I said, I'm working on patience. And this has taken a lot of patience for me. And I've learned to get in that space where, like I said, instead of me throwing something up, I'm telling myself, take your time with it. It's okay. You're not on a time frame where you have to hurry up and do this. And even if you do, maybe if you're in a busy lifestyle and you say one day, see, this is where that patience comes in for me. One day I'm going to put this sauna or whatever item that you have to put together. I'm going to put this item together, but I'm not going to plan on using it that exact day. So when you mentally organize things, that does help also. It's not just about the physical organization. It's about the actual mental part of it. So when I started putting this together, I thought I was going to finish it at that moment and then start using it. But I told myself, just calm down. If you don't end up using it today or tonight or whatever, it's okay. And see, that's what you have to tell yourself. If you're on a busy schedule, like I said, plan out one day you're just going to put something together that might be a little bit more difficult than putting other things together, because some things are very simple. You can throw them together in 5 minutes and be done with it. But some things are not like that. And like I said, when it came to me being more organized and patient, I know I can unfold this. This right here, this is the second time I've unfolded it. I've folded it back up and put it back in the bag because I want, and of course, this part of the unfolding is going to be different from when I actually put it on the frame. And so that's why I'm looking at it a little bit more. And I said, I might as well go ahead and put this in the video. And then I'm going to look at certain aspects of this to see that when it loses its shape and its creases, when I put it on the frame, I'm still going to be able to figure it out because it's going to make it better for me. And that's where my patience is coming in, and it's going to work for me. Because like I said before, once upon a time, or even a few days ago, I might have not done it this way. But I refuse to keep on, being unorganized. And like I said, when you have things that are, you have the container to put it back into, but you don't even know how to do it because you didn't put it in the box in the first place. So you have to really pay attention. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because it does discourage people, because that's why people have a lot of things that they store up in their garages or whatever. Sometimes you have to reevaluate how you organize, because if you pull it, I just now saw a video where this lady was explaining how people organize their garages, but you can't pull a car up in the garage. And I know that can happen. I didn't end up doing that myself, but I if I kept on going the route that I was going, it would have happened. So anyway, I just felt it was important for me to throw this in here. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to put this on, because I got to use a ladder because I'm short. I'll go ahead and put this cover on the frame. And another thing I'm going to throw in, I ended up putting a sheet up, not a sheet, a blanket, whatever you want to call it, whether it be plastic, whether it be anything else. I'm going to take precautions. That's another part of me being patient. Instead of saying, oh, I'm not going to take the time to do this or do that. Now, on this point, I'm taking the time to put something up under here because you do actually have steam. And that is where, you're actually using water to make the steam. And I don't want it to just, I don't want to learn the hard way that, oh, well, dang, it's making water be on the floor. So just to see how it works for the first time that I use it, I put that down on the floor as a precaution. Another note, normally I would have just said, forget it. I'll learn the hard way. And if it starts having water on the floor or anything that I use, if something happens, then I just have to clean it up and learn the hard way. But I refuse to do that this time. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put this on and come back. Okay, I'm going to show you real quick. I realized by looking at the instructions, you have to they do have a bottom part to put down under the bottom. And you have to put the frame inside. And you do have to figure it's a task to a certain degree. Because as you can see, I'm going to have to pull that up. I started to come in from the back, but then I realized the shape is not gonna line up with how I have to put the bottom part on. But anyway, pretty much on the directions, excuse my tongue, on the directions, the cover comes from the side up. So now I see why, because once you unzip it at the bottom, and that's when I realized that it does have a bottom layer. Because once again, I've never had one of these before. And let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. That right there. And so that's when you realize, okay, it has a bottom layer. You have to put the cover up under the bottom and then bring it up over the top, over the side. So anyway, I'm going to attempt this and see how it goes, how it fits. All right, y'all, this was rough and tough. And when I say rough and tough, and it's all about making this fit in the corners, being able to zip it up and make it fit correctly. But when I say I didn't give up, and I left it open right here. Well, on my situation, this point right here gave me a problem. And so I finally got it up over this and was able to zip it up because the zipper comes all the way around. The thing about it is you have to grip, tug, and pull. Grip, tug, and pull. And then at one point you have to grip, tug, pull, and zip at the same time. Let me show you. Some people don't know. Like when you get to a certain point, you have to grip both sides of the zippers close enough where you can. I'm just going to show you. This is not the struggle. So don't get it where like it's going to be so tight trying to come over a corner. And like I said, you have to move, get it as close as possible in one spot and then go around to another spot to pull and tug. But, you know, I already knew that was going to be the situation. But anyway, and then the seat, you have enough room to put the seat. And I can say it's only going to be one person, which I knew that, but I'm just saying sometimes you try to push it. Like maybe if you get a seat, a certain kind of size seat, you might can fit 2 people in here. And all in reality, I know for sure you can put 2 people in here if you want to, if you get the right seat. And you might be able to sit 3 people in here. But it depends on the size of the people. And then it also depends on because I'm looking at it now. And I'm one of those people that I kind of look at things like that even before I start using it. Because if you put a seat over here in this corner, you put a seat over all the way as far back in this corner. And my grandmother had some seats where it was like a little circular stool that was a foldable. And then the corner over here. And then maybe even if like 2 people in a corner, maybe this corner, that or this corner, and then let another person sit towards the where you zip it up at. And I'm just throwing that in there. I'm not concerned about that right now, but I know other people might be. But like I said, it's also going to depend on the size of the people, because you might just be able to get one large person in here and maybe a large or a medium and smaller person. But if they're just a regular size, you might be able to get 3 people in here for sure. But then, and like I said, I'm looking at it for sure. You can put 2 people in here, but they only give you 1 seat, which is great. It's great that you even got a seat that comes with it, and it's a nice size seat. And I'll be showing that when I'm using it. But anyway, I think that's going to be it. But like I said, I haven't put the actual steamer that you put the water in to actually produce the steam and plug up. So this was the hardest part. And I just went on and got myself to finish doing it. And there's a spot over there with the Velcro that you put because this is a red light therapy. And so you hang that up some kind of way. I haven't even looked at the light, so I don't even know. But anyway, I might go ahead and pause this, and when I come to, and I might just let it be. I think I'm gonna let it be, because anything with the remote control, putting up the red light on the Velcro, which is not gonna take no time. Like I said, the hardest part is putting this doggone cover over the frame. And for most people, they're going to probably put it in one spot, one area, and leave it. I'm going to be real with you. They're going to leave it the hell alone. That's what it's going to be. And I'm trying not to be that way, because I want to move this around. And like I said, it has a carrying case. And I know that they have outlets in places that you would least expect. So you can kind of use this in places with a carrying case, like out and about. So, all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it on that. But like I said, you have to get to grip, tug, and pull. And then you have to get to grip, tug, pull, and zip. So, all right.